Hello guys, welcome back to WezLife. This is episode 12 now, and very warm welcome to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you've had a nice day, or you're gonna have a nice day. Yeah, I'm actually recording this in the morning now, so a good morning to me. So I would say naturally good morning, but never mind anyway. Yeah, I'm on my own again. Wow, it's been a while. I've had a lot of guests on. I've had my sisters, friends. I've had obviously my bears on. It's been a good few weeks. So we're back now into the normal routine of WezLife, I guess. So back to the old Wez and all that stuff. You know. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this podcast. I've been enjoying doing it. Enjoyed having a lot of different people on, talking about different things and that kind of stuff. And I'm excited with the future and where we're going to go, especially as we go into 2020. I've got some big stuff planned. So hopefully it's all going to work out and stuff. I'm going to try and put a lot more effort into things and really take this a lot more seriously. Almost at 50 subscribers now. Now a lot of people have suggested that I have like a kind of like a live stream episode. Maybe we can do that. You can all get on there and ask questions. I think that'd be quite fun. Just got my cup of tea right here now. Oh man, tell you what, a cup of tea in the morning, it's delicious. Right, that's the way I explain it. Delicious. Mm. Speaking about delicious, that earlier this summer I met some guy who was he's from Venezuela, and he was learning to speak English. He used the word delicious to describe quite a lot of different things. And at one point, he was talking about how cold it is in the evenings in the UK, and he was like, "Oh, I was really cold, but then I went and bought this jacket, and now I'm a lot warmer." And he described the jacket as delicious. He was like, "Oh, this jacket is delicious." I just thought it was really funny, so I started using the word delicious to describe things more often. Cup of tea is delicious. If you've not seen the last episode, me and Jack, we released a video on. Well, we talked about different things, but majority of the video was on how to make a cup of tea the proper way. And if you do it the proper way, you're gonna end up with a delicious brew. That's all I can say. A perfect brew. I'd go as far to say that. But yeah, right. Let's jump in anyway with Wez, because I've to be honest, I've not been doing a lot of stuff. Even though I can't remember the last time I gave an update on this. It was probably a while back. Um, I've not been doing an awful lot. I think last time I mentioned I started doing D&D, playing that. I joined a group in Manchester, which was really fun. I went to play Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of people I've never met before, and it was a good laugh. I did want to start going to it more often, but I feel like I've already got too many commitments, so I've had to drop that. But I still play D&D. Normally every other week. It's been a good laugh. If you've never played D&D before, definitely try and see if there's anyone local playing it with, in your area, and see if you can join. And it's a good laugh. You don't have to actually learn the rules and stuff. I've never read a rule book properly or a handbook. I've just got the rolled dice, asked people what can I do, and then they tell me. And it's always been fun. Actually, I've been really ill over the past 3 or 4 days, so I've got a load of deadlines that should have already been met. I've still got to after I've finished recording this and uploading it, I'm gonna try and get some more work done and submit it. It's been really annoying though because whenever I was looking at my laptop screen, I was getting a massive headache. Only this morning have I felt well enough, I think, to probably do it properly. But yeah, I was getting a massive headache looking at the laptop screen, so it was really annoying. So I missed my deadline. But not to worry, because I'll get something done. Over the weekend, I was also I was helping out at a kids camp, which was really fun, really enjoyed it. I had a good laugh there. Never helped out on this camp before. But it was a really good time. The camp, for anyone who might be interested, is by a company called, an organisation called Foundation Matters, and they are based in Derby, and they run a camp called Pine Lake, and they do children's camps, youth camps, and camps for schools and that kind of thing throughout the whole year. And so you can go and help out there, and it's enjoyable. I had a nice time, so that's what I was doing over the weekend. I don't think I've really been doing a lot of other stuff, to be honest. I think obviously, I was in Oxford one weekend with Chris and Daniel, and we recorded some podcasts together. That was good. It was good fun. But yeah, that's where I've been, what I've been up to. That's Wez. Hopefully next year, planning on doing a lot of different things next year. So I think Wez might be a little bit more interesting, and I'll have a lot more to talk about. But over these kind of wintry months, just trying to get uni work done as best as I can. So there's not an awful lot going on, but that's where Wez anyway. Wez says, right, I've not really got anything properly planned for this, but I kind of want to talk about some of the things that I might, start trying to branching out in a way, like branching away from this podcast next year, because I want to still continue with this podcast, doing it as a weekly thing. I think, I really enjoy it. I love getting guests on too. And so I'm going to keep doing it. Even if nobody watches it, I'll have these as memories later on in life I can look back on. And it'll be, it's enjoyable. It's almost like kind of keeping a journal or like a diary or something, I guess, but for the whole world to see. But yeah, I'm going to continue with that as we go into 2020. But I also want to start another series. I want to go back to what I had originally going, which was Storytime with Wez. Because I did enjoy that. So I've been looking a lot recently into books that I can read and upload to YouTube. Because I think I'll do another series where I read like a chapter or two on a book and upload it. But I think the only books that I can read are books that are available in the public domain. So there's no like copyright and all that issues and stuff. So if anyone has any suggestions, please comment on what kind of book you would like me to read. The one that's come to mind at the minute is I would absolutely love to read Pride and Prejudice, because I absolutely love Pride and Prejudice. I love the series. I like the film. Well, the BBC series is absolutely amazing. But the film's all okay. I won't watch it loads, but I'd love to read the book and just upload it like onto YouTube. I think that'd be really fun. Of course, if I'm going to do that, I think as we go into the new year, I'm going to try to purchase some better equipment, because I've got a mic now, which isn't actually the best mic ever. It cost me like £9 or something, so it's better than nothing. But it's definitely not the best for a podcast to sound professional in that sense. But if I get better equipment, then this will obviously sound a lot more professional, and I'll be able to record that. So let me know if you want it, because I really think I'm going to do that. I think it'll be very enjoyable, and yeah, that's what I want to do. I enjoyed originally doing story time with Wez, but that's gone, isn't it? But we're going to bring it back. Storytime with Wez is probably going to make a comeback. And I think also with the YouTube channel, I might start doing like vlogs. I don't know. It depends maybe on what I'm doing. Depends like how important. Well, not important, but what I don't want to just make a vlog of nothing. So if I'm doing something exciting, I might do a vlog. But that's just an idea. Like I said, the podcast is going to continue, and that's an idea that I've had, and that I think it might be a fun thing to do. But let me know what you guys want, and I'll try and incorporate it in some way, I guess. As for the podcast, episode 10, if you've seen it, that was this kind of discussion on Calvinism, and that got a lot of feedback, to be fair, like a lot more than I expected. And the actual length of that video itself is well over an hour, and so I didn't expect it to get the feedback that it did. And a lot of people have enjoyed it, and I've had a few people suggest that if I were to do an episode like that every week on something relating to religion, they would really enjoy it, and they'd tune in, as to say, and watch every week. But I think I'll try and do that every week. No, I mean not every week. I think I'll try and do that every so often. I did really enjoy it, but I think I'd also want to mix it up on who I get onto the podcast and what we discuss. And obviously, suggestions were to have it on different types of religion and stuff like that. But as I'm a Christian, and I'm open to that. But obviously, there won't be. Well, not everything will be things that I agree with. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. It's worth thinking about anyway. So that's kind of the podcast anyway, in that sense, and what I want to do with it. What I was going to say for Wes says. Oh, I was actually thinking about this, actually. I was thinking about Star Wars. I don't know if anyone's a Star Wars fan. There probably will be Star Wars fans watching this. But I just want to give, my quick opinion on it. Because when I was younger, I absolutely loved Star Wars. I watched all the films. I can't remember what age it was. I remember, though, when I think it might have been episode 2 came out in the cinemas, and I really wanted to watch it, and never got round. Well, I don't think my dad would take me, but then episode 3 came out, and I was like, oh my days, I really want to watch this. And then I think I did actually go watching that. I loved it, but I was absolutely obsessed with Star Wars. Absolutely loved it. And then they brought out the Clone Wars series. Absolutely loved that. And I just remember, I collected loads of toys and all sorts of stuff, obsessed with it. Me and my best friend, growing up, we used to just talk about it all the time. And I remember we used to always there was this kind of I don't even know how to describe it anymore, because it was we used to call it the cornies, which was short for cornfields, but it wasn't cornfields. It was just some fields where there's a bit of, well, there was forest areas and stuff, and we used to always go around the back of there playing and messing around. I used to collect sticks in the woods and go run around pretending I was a stormtrooper or whatever, and pretending we had lightsabers and all this. It was dead fun, just growing up. It was amazing. And I watched the prequels after I watched the the original trilogy, and I did enjoy them. Looking back now, they're still enjoyable to me. But I don't ever remember ever asking for episode 7. I thought it was done. Episode 6, I was like, it's nice, yeah, it's all done. I never ever was bothered about more. They brought out the Clone Wars series, which I did watch, which was really enjoyable. If you're a Star Wars fan and you've not seen it, I'd recommend going watching it. But I never wanted more. And then they brought out, well, they announced episode 7, and I can't remember what age I was at the time, but I was like, well, I didn't ask for this, but hopefully it's really good. I'll definitely give it a watch. Went and watched it. I thought it was, it was enjoyable, but it wasn't amazing. Episode 8 that came out. Actually, Rogue One came out first, didn't it? Rogue One, I remember I watched that and I actually thought it was amazing, so much better than episode 7. And I thought, well, if Disney, if they were to continue doing Star Wars related stuff, if they brought out one-off stuff like this, I think it would absolutely be amazing, because this is a brilliant film and it doesn't need to continue any kind of story and such. And so I thought it was amazing. Episode 8 came out. and I'll be honest, I think that film is absolutely trash. It is terrible. Like, I remember going into the cinema, kind of looking forward to it, and there was points in that film what were just laughable. I don't want to say, in case of spoilers, if anyone's listening and not seen it, but laughable. Left that cinema just thinking, wow, that was terrible. Um, what on earth has gone on? How did that get made? That's what I was kind of thinking. You might disagree with me, but that was my opinion. And then Solo came out. I didn't even go bother I didn't bother watching that in the cinema just because of how bad Episode 8 was. Um, and to be honest, I don't think it's a brilliant film anyway. But yeah, now Episode 9 is coming out soon, and of course I'm going to go and watch it. But I am not excited for it. I remember Star Wars used to excite me, but now it doesn't excite me like it did. I think it's lost the magic. Um, and yeah, I'm kind of worried because, like I said, I didn't ever ask for Episode 7, but we got given it, and now we got given 8 and 9. And I hope it's okay because Episode 6 even though it's not the best of the films, it's a good ending. So I don't know what to think. Yeah, they've brought out this Mandalorian series now on Disney Plus, and Disney Plus isn't actually available in the UK. I'm a little bit annoyed anyway, to be honest, because I've got Netflix and I've got Amazon Prime, and now it's like, do I have to buy Disney Plus as well just to watch these other shows? It's really annoying at the minute with the way, kind of, yeah, like these streaming services are going. Like television's kind of dying off. It's rare that people have like Sky and Virgin and all these things anymore. People are just like, all on these streaming services, which isn't a bad thing, but it's annoying that there's so many now and so many companies trying to do it and so many different exclusive shows. And if you want to watch them all, you've got to spend a fortune. Like I said, it's annoying. But yeah, this Mandalorian, from what I've seen at the minute and the trailers and like pictures, it looks really good, and I'm excited. And it's kind of brought back a little bit of that joy that I used to feel of watching the original films. It's annoying that I can't watch it. We got to wait a few months before that actually comes out, but I'm looking forward to watching it, and I've got high hopes for it, I guess. Yeah, that's my little rant on Star Wars. Anyway, just felt like it'd be fun to talk about that, I guess. But yeah, hopefully the future of Star Wars is bright, and yeah, definitely looking forward to that series with Ewan McGregor about the Obi-Wan Kenobi. That would be brilliant. Fun fact, actually, when I was younger, I don't know why, but I was always allowed to name some of my pets, and gave them all weird names. Like I had a dog called Jar Jar Binks. I had to call it Binks. But I had this cat, and I called it Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's still alive actually. My nan looks after it because we had to get rid of it. But yeah, we just call it Obi for short. But how cool is that? Got a cat called Obi-Wan Kenobi because of me. Can't remember. I had some other like animals as well. Like I had 3 hamsters. Called one of them. Well, yeah, they're all brothers. One of them was called Fat Lightning because he was really fat and he could run around quickly and stuff. One of them was called Tarzan because he was just monkeying about, like monkey barring everywhere across the cage. And then we called one Barry. The one we called Barry, we just called him Barry because he just didn't do anything. He was just simple and boring. So it's just like Barry, Barry the hamster. So I had some fun names. I also had a fish called Mickey Mouse. Stupid. But yeah, anyway, that's Star Wars. That's really got what I got to say. Wes and a Fez. Let's talk about that for a minute. I've still got the Fez. Here it is. I'm gonna put it on. Oh my! It's a bit dusty actually. I've not. Oh my days! I've not worn this in a while. It's a bit sad. We need to use it. I need something to use it for. Maybe I can on the live stream because somebody wanted a face reveal. Maybe I can be wearing the Fez, but we need to make a use for it. It's a bit, yeah, it's very dusty. I'm putting it on now. wearing the fez. I'm glad I've got a fez. I'm really, I don't know anyone who's got a fez. So it's fun. So we'll make use of it. Wes and his bears, like I said, that's going to continue. It's going to keep going as often as we can record them, I guess. I really enjoy it. I think it's a good laugh. Let me know if you want to keep hearing more from Jack, I guess, in that sense. Right, wise words with Wes. Have I got any wisdom to give you before leaving? You know what, guys? I think, honestly, what I would say is don't neglect people and your friendships. I'm not the best at keeping in contact with people, not the greatest at trying to communicate. Honestly, like I'm a horrible texter. I try my best. I can, yeah, I can literally like you'll send me a message and then maybe a few days, maybe if you get a reply. Sometimes if you're lucky, but what I try to do though is I try to ring people. Sometimes not super often, but I try to ring people when I can really, and just catch up. And I think that's nice. I don't. In all honesty, there's probably like one or two people who actually do that with me and just ring me out of the blue, and I really appreciate them phone calls. And so I hope that the people who I ring every so often out of the blue appreciate them phone calls. But I'd say to you guys, don't, like I said, don't neglect these friendships. Really, keep in contact with people because, we don't, there's so many people in this world. And there's a few who you know and you can have friendships with, but they can so easily drift away and fall apart. And, with you making that effort, you can make far greater, stronger friendships. And so, do your best to stay in contact with people. Try and, there's probably people now you can think about and people who come to your mind when you've said like, oh, we should get in touch, we should meet up sometime, and then you just don't do it. You say these things, but then it never happens. But I'd say, why don't you, after this podcast, ring someone up who you've not seen from a while, not heard from, or try and go see someone. That's what I'd say because friendships with people really do matter. Yeah, I hope you've got some wisdom from that. I guess that's these wise words of Wes. It's kind of just a lot of things that I think are very well, just good things to do. Really, good things to do. But yeah, this has been WezLife episode 12. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Sometimes I just ramble on with these videos. I can ramble a lot. I actually I don't know what it was. I read an article probably a few years back now about something about talking to yourself and that kind of thing, and talking to yourself can be a good thing and stuff. And like, I'm not crazy or anything, but there has been times where I'm just talking to myself, and this kind of feels like sometimes I am just talking to myself, even though I'm not because I know that people are watching it. But I do enjoy it. If you've never given it a go, try just get in your bedroom or whatever. Just talk to yourself. Because sometimes it can help you. It can help you to de-stress and relax and stuff. And it's got a load of benefits and that kind of thing. So give it a go, I guess. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Like I said, for joining. Please let me know your thoughts. Any ideas, what you think about the future of WezLife and this whole thing with Storytime with Wes making a comeback and that kind of thing. But yeah, guess this is goodbye, guys. Goodbye.